take it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Missouri's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Reels it in down the left side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But you think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Here comes the heat. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Here we go, here we go. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Badgers offense will go to work for the first time today. Poor starting field position here for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the quick game. They're showing that toughness using the ground game to create breathing room. They've got it out to the 15.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Looking to fire. Running into the open space. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Good timing on the quick out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Badgers will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
And the Badgers have pushed it inside the 20. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs...
Touchdown, Badgers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Running behind that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got his man. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Missouri! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up by 17 over Virginia.
Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. There he goes.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. A strike downfield. Flying down the right side. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Single play, hit the big chunk, get the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. It's complete on the right side.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The RPO is complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially. Starts to shrink, but the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time. Lets it go. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Badgers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The give to the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another 1st down. Bringing the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Got a man. It's Jordan. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Working that left side now. At the 45 on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. Hard running there. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Quickly complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. He slides that just inside the right upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And he just got the on Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Looking down the middle. The sure hands, it's Jordan. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Cameron. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Oh, he got loose. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Was to pass. Under fire. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Defense going all in to stop the run.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Look out, he's got room. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold on. Defense. Defender got caught, little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Finding an escape route. Lots of room to run. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It's good. And they've regained the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks. He's loose down the left side. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Missouri! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late. And here's the thing, strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive.
Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 2nd down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put these 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Rushes on him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about...